Let's do it. Da, da. Podcast. Podcast in podcast. Students talking about student stuff. Many cocktails.
Hi everyone. It's a podcast for international students made by international students, and I'm Alina from Ukraine, and this is
Bas from Netherlands. We're here to talk to you.
What's with your voice? Ew.
Can we auto-tune this? We're gonna talk to you guys about all student-like stuff. Finding an apartment, keeping up with your deadlines,
Mental health,
how to make friends, since we're so good at that. We only have each other. It's kind of pathetic, to be honest.
Hey, I got you.
Tune in on our YouTube channel for full episodes and clips. And we are here to help you with your student experience.
Yes.
So with that in mind, let's start the show. We're gonna talk about settling in.
Yeah, in the Netherlands. And there are a lot of things to discuss, honestly.
So many things.
Especially for you.
Oh my god. Okay, so Alina.
Yes, that's
Tell
my
me
name.
Everything. You moved here like, 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
From the Ukraine? Third world
without
country?
Just Ukraine.
Otherwise it's offensive, right?
What? Yeah, well.
Yeah, the Ukraine is
yes,
offensive
thank
for
you so
Ukrainians.
much.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We've gotten off to a great start now. What was that like, huh?
That's how you start this podcast, really. Honestly, there are like a lot of... Are you laughing? Stop.
You're from Kiev?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you're from Kiev. Why did you come here? Why?
I always wanted to study abroad, but we always planned it to be Germany or Austria, so that's why I was learning German. But then my last grade, I freaked out and I was just like, I don't want to study German. And my whole family had to freak out too. Like, we were just like, we don't know what we're going to do. So I had to research all the universities in Europe where I can study in English because I didn't want to stay in Ukraine. Sorry. And then if we remember that I have like my third cousin living here, we have some relatives, my family would be really fine with me living here, so like they know that there's someone who they can take care of me if something happens.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And yeah, also there are like a lot of English programs, so you know there was a variety to choose from. So then I made a decision, and I didn't regret it. I think it's the best decision I've ever made, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hallo, ich bin Alina. And
oh, das ist guten Tag. Yeah. I only know one sentence in German, and it's ich musste Pipi machen. Because I have to pee.
Who told you that?
My 6th grade teacher, when I was 11.
It's a nice teacher.
No, she was an absolute witch. I hated her.
So I applied, and the whole application process I did it by myself. Because they're like agencies you can apply to, and they help you out with, you know, sending emails to school and like collecting all the documents, but it costs a lot of money, so I did it all by myself. I was always communicating with Inholland. I feel like I was the most annoying international student they had at that time, because I was sending emails almost every week, and I feel like they were tired of me, but that happened. After I got accepted, I had to apply for visa, and I also did it myself.
Oh, because you're not from European Union. Okay,
I'm not from European Union, so it's a bit harder to do all of that. Not gonna lie, because then you need to like have financial statements. You need to have like sponsorship from your parents, like all the documents collected, and like it's a lot of work. But we made it work. I got my temporary visa, and when I came to the Netherlands, I could finally collect my residence permit. So now I have it for the study period. And after that, I need to apply for a search year visa.
And you can stay here for
a year.
Only
and
for a year?
Yeah, and if I don't find a job, then I buy. Or find a Dutch partner. Because that also works. But again...
We'll see what we can do.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey.
Should we get closer, huh?
Hey, it just got hot in the studio. Why the Netherlands? What made you pick the Netherlands? What?
I just told you. I just told you.
I don't know. I got distracted.
How are we friends? Like, do you even listen to
No,
me?
I've heard these stories before.
Okay.
You get here, right?
Yeah.
You already had an apartment when you got here?
I did, and I think it was a smart thing of me to do, because I've heard that it's quite tough to find places to live in The Hague, especially for...
Because the place you live now, you live close to the beach, but that wasn't the place you moved in there like a year ago, right? So
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
So initially, my first year I spent at the student hotel, but it's like a quite expensive place. But it's nice because I was able to meet a lot of students from different universities during my first year. So now I know a lot of people from the Haagse Hogeschool,
yeah.
Leiden University, even like Delft. And we still communicate from time to time. So it definitely was a good...
that's a good way to meet folks, yeah.
It was, I think, around 800 you pay all of it together a month, but with all the bills. So it is quite expensive. But there are like a lot of things included. Like there's a gym, they have study rooms, they have game rooms.
Oh, wow.
They have their own restaurant you can go to. You can use their bike, so every student gets a bike to use. And we have like our own keys, so it's like quite good too.
Did you make like enough money to properly pay that, or did you like, because a lot of students when they move here, like they're short on money. How did that go for you, or did you have like funding from your parents?
I had funding from my parents because we had an agreement that I'm not gonna look for a job during my first year, so I can like focus on studies.
It's a good agreement.
Well, yeah, because they were like, we want you to focus on studies and like get used to the Netherlands, find people, so you would be really comfortable, and it was fine. But then I started working later on. But
you don't want to talk about what
no, we can.
What kind of work did you do?
I was a hostess for breakfast at the hotel at the beach, and I worked.
Gross?
No. There's another one. It was like Andante Hotel. Don't go there.
Shout out.
No.
Oh, no shout out. No shout out.
Please
no
don't.
Shout out. No shout outs.
And I worked there for a year. I was the only person in the kitchen and in the breakfast hall, so it was a lot of work to do. I was going crazy. You don't even know how much I cried. How much my mental health went downhill. And but we can talk about it.
From serving breakfast?
Oh, I was the only person making breakfast. I was waking up like at 5 a.m. and then making breakfast. Then people were entering the hall, so I was like also hosting them. And then
did you not have any support from it?
No,
there was nobody else.
No, I was also cleaning up all the things by myself.
What the hell?
Washing the dishes all by myself. It was horrible. It was like I did it only like twice a week on the weekend, but it was the worst thing that ever happened to me.
From 5 until when? 12?
It was depending on how many people are there, because sometimes we had like busy days, so I would serve like 100 people. Yeah, so I could stay like till 4 p.m.
Till 4 p.m.?
Sometimes I could.
That's illegal.
Like,
that's illegal. You're not allowed to work that long. That's an 11-hour shift. You can do that. You can't do it. I'm just like, why?
The thing is, I don't think I actually worked there legally.
Did you not get paychecks?
No, I did, but like, because I'm not from the European Union.
Yes.
So, for me, I'm allowed to work only 16 hours a week.
Oh.
If I work more, then there's a huge problem. And like, I mentioned it to them when I applied and I signed the contract, but they didn't pay attention that I was not from the European Union, which they should have, because I was not accepted to ASA, for example. We have a student...
Because you're not from the European Union,
yeah.
You're not allowed to work at ASA?
No!
Oh, that's crazy.
Because, they asked me at Inholland to help out with open days, and of course you get paid for that. And then they figured out that because I'm not from the European Union, they cannot pay me, so...
So how did you find a job then?
I was lucky because a friend of mine worked there before me, and when she found another job, I was just like, oh, I need a place. So she recommended me. I went to the interview and they were like, oh yeah, we like you, so you can start. So it was easy for me. But honestly, overall, I think it's not that hard to find a job for international students in the Netherlands.
No, we have a lot of job opportunities for young people, especially since things are opening up now again. There's a lot of waiters, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
or
so-
delivery guys.
Yeah, like Horeca workers,
Yeah.
retail, delivery. I don't even know how to. Is it Horeca? No.
No, it's
Well,
delivery.
Yeah, just delivery.
Yes. So, were there any specific things you had to do before coming here? Like, what kind of things do people have to take into account when?
Quite a
Moving
few.
abroad.
Well, the first one for me was the residence permit.
Yes.
So that was the first thing I got. Then my BSN number. So I had
Mhm.
to go to the municipality and give them my.
You did that
rental-
when you got here already?
Yeah, but you
Okay.
have to make an appointment to actually get there. So,
Yes.
you know, you gotta pay attention to the deadlines, and especially because you need to register quite early when you move to the Netherlands. It's like a requirement or something. But you need to have for BSN number, if I'm correct, you need to have your passport or ID card, a rental contract. I feel like those are like the two most important things. Then I had to open my Dutch account, which you also have to make an appointment for. But it was the last thing I did actually, because for that you need to have your residence permit, your BSN number already. You have to show your proof of enrollment.
Oh, for your bank account as well. Your proof
Yeah.
of- Oh, that's
Yeah, because
interesting.
if it's like a student package, then you need to.
Oh yeah, but it's
Yeah.
yeah. But if you get a regular one, you won't have to do your soon, right? No.
I don't think so. Yeah, but I did it last minute at ABN AMRO, but for those who are thinking which banks, there's also ING and Rabobank, so you can also check them out. Phone number, that one actually is really funny one, because I got my
Detail, please.
Dutch phone number only like a year and a half after I moved here. So I had my Ukrainian number, but the thing is, like, it doesn't work when you go to European Union. Like, you want it to work, so I didn't have internet or 3G on my phone for 1.5 years.
So you're just using free Wi-Fi everywhere?
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about the Netherlands, because you literally go to a grocery store, they have Wi-Fi there. You go to just a retail store, there's Wi-Fi there. It's everywhere. Like, I was just connecting to free Wi-Fis all the time.
How can you always when I go to public place, I hate the public Wi-Fi there, because when you connect it, you also always have to. They go to a web page and you have to hey, listen, I want to subscribe to these, and you can send me push notifications and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then you finally get there, and then you're already leaving by the time you get your Wi-Fi. So mad respect.
Yeah, so that happened, and but it was quite easy for me, honestly, because I don't call people that much, or like now I started to call, but I'm like a Gen Z, so you know it's a millennial thing to call people.
We just FaceTime.
FaceTime, yeah. So Wi-Fi, and then you're good to go, or like texting. So.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, but now I do. Now I have 3G. Now like I'm a human. I also download.
You weren't a human before you had 3G?
I was a Ukrainian.
Okay, so you get here, you settle in,
Yes.
you have an apartment,
Yes.
you go to school, then what? How what's that like? Like, how do you meet people? Please, I'm learning.
Oh God. Okay, let's start from the beginning, because I came here with my parents by car, so they helped me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they helped me to settle in. It was really nice. They stayed here for like a week.
Ah,
So we like did all the documents together and bank accounts and etc. And then they left. And after they left, I spent like I think a week in my apartment, not like going out, not talking to people at all.
Why?
I don't know. I think I feel like I was scared because it's like a new place.
Yeah, it's a new country.
You've
of course,
never met
yeah.
anyone, and I came like completely by myself. So I was just like, okay. But then I went downstairs to the student hotel. I met a lot of people, and it was nice. And then the introduction week started at Inholland University, which was quite terrifying, but also fun. Well, terrifying, I'm saying that because if you remember, did you go to introduction?
I went to
You did.
introduction days, yeah.
So the first day when you entered the garden, there were so many people in the
Yeah, I
garden.
remember that.
Crowds. Everyone was talking. And you're like sitting there on the stairs thinking, oh my God, which people should I go to and talk to?
Yeah, you're selecting people, like, okay.
Yeah.
Who?
It's
It's kind of like when
life
when in
Tinder.
high school, you're kind of like, okay, which group do I belong with?
Yeah.
I don't know which group you belonged with in high school.
What do you think?
This is dangerous territory. Yeah, so during introduction week,
Yeah.
I kind of had a similar thing. Like, I wanted to know who to hang out with when standing on the stair. Like
Mhm.
because I came late to introduction week.
Oh.
I had an appointment at the hospital because I had an eye thing.
Mhm.
So I came late, and the guy who organized it, Leon, you
Leon,
remember?
yeah,
Leon.
yeah,
I
yeah.
walked up to him and was like, "Hey, listen, I'm late." Because I was like I was 17 back then. I just turned 17.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what to do because I saw like people with beards in the garden.
There
Like,
were
old people,
older
I was
people.
like-
Yeah.
Who do I go to? So I was kind of looking for people my age.
Mhm.
I didn't really find any. I don't really know what I did. I probably just stood there.
Did you find someone?
No, I
that
think I
you're
just
still
stood there.
friends with?
No,
No.
I think I just stood there alone. For a while.
Oh.
And it's the way I roll. And then we were sorted into groups. And I can only remember that there was one person from the group who's still enrolled today.
Okay.
The other ones I don't really remember that well.
Do you still talk to that person, or you?
No, I don't.
You love people so much.
I love them so much. But it was fun because it was like the people, you were all kind of in the same boat, and I was like I think I was the only Dutch person from those people who I hung out with. So I remember we had to do like things around The Hague, like exercise and that kind of stuff. And they were asking me
Mhm.
like, "Oh, what's the building?" I was like, "I don't know. I've never been like I'd never been to The Hague like twice in my life before then." So I really didn't know anything about it. So it was kind of felt like I was in the same boat as them. I also kind of felt like an international student, if that makes sense.
It does. It does.
Yeah, but it was okay. We had like some fun. And we kind of stayed in touch afterwards a little bit.
Mhm.
Then it soon faded, of course. Was it for you the same, or did you have like? Do you still or
I
still?
think I was really lucky, honestly, because the first day, like the garden situation, the first people I went to, there were like 3 girls. Apparently, they were from the Netherlands, and I talked to them for like 10 minutes, and I was just like, no, I'm not having it. And then I started looking around, and I'm like, okay, there should be someone that I like want to go to and talk to. And then I spotted the group like to the left of me, like a bit further, and I was just like, oh, they seem like they're having fun, and they're like talking. They're like around, I think 7 or 6 people. So I went to them, and we're still friends to this day.
Are those the girls?
Those were the girls.
Ah.
Yeva was there.
Yeva.
Peter was there.
Oh.
So like we are still talking. So that's when our like
See,
kinda.
I wish I'd known that, because then I would have just walked up to you guys and be like, "Hey, listen up, I want to hang out." But it took us like a year or so before we started hanging out.
Yeah, we
after
didn't
that.
know each other for like
No.
a year.
No, it was funny because I met Peter. Peter was in my class then.
Mhm.
We met, and I started hanging out with him in February, I think. And then I heard stuff about you. And about Yeva too, but like I just and I knew who you were, but I couldn't really I think be bothered to find out more. I'm slightly upset that during the first week I didn't really engage with as many people as I hoped I would. So I just kind of stuck with the people I was forced with.
That's just sad.
Yeah, it kind of is sad, but it's like a little shy thing, you know. Like I don't talk to people. It's our advice for this episode.
Well, do it, because it's like the first year. Everyone is so welcoming in The Hague, especially like well, we are ICB, so I know only for our study.
But the thing is, like, everybody's in the same, like, everybody's dealing with the same thing.
Yeah, that's true, and everyone is so nice about it, and they like understand your struggles too. So it's really easy to find common ground or like connection. And
even when they don't seem like it, because I thought like when I came there, like I thought everybody seemed fine. I was like, yeah, I guess I'm just struggling, but it really isn't the case. Like everybody's just pretending like they're not. Most often, like everybody's new to this, and everybody's still like when you were like you were 19,
18.
Like you were 18, I was 17. Like you don't know.
You don't
what
know
you
anything.
want. You don't know stuff.
No. And
at
then
all.
if you move to another country, you're completely lost because you're on your own.
Definitely. Like I was very happy I got to go home to my mom that night. I was like, yeah, listen.
But that's another point for international students, because you don't have family here. Your friends that you meet, especially during your first year, they become your family, you know. So it's just another type of relationship, and everyone gets each other on another level.
Yeah. Do you think that's the case?
Yeah, I like if I think of my friends as my family, and here too, for sure. Here.
That's cute.
Well, it should be this way, I think. So yeah. But again, coming back to the first year, that's like because I was talking to a lot of people and communicating with everyone, it was so much easier during the second or third year because I already knew a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean because like you kind of have this network already.
You already, yeah.
So the people you meet, because like with me it was like the people I met after the first year were always people who already knew other people. Like everybody kind of knows each other.
Yeah.
In our school, and even when you meet people outside of school, they always know someone. Because you
should-
said you lived in a student hotel, so you know like people from Delft, from Leiden, from the other The Hague school. So there's always like a shared connection. It's like LinkedIn in real life. Basically, there's always like some sort of connection.
Yeah.
Which I think is always very interesting, especially if you're dealing with people who have the same field of interest. Because with us, it's all like media and film and events and music and those kind of people.
Yeah.
So you always have like something to discuss about, and most people are always working on a project, and if you then can talk to them about it, I think it's really cool that you meet people like that.
Yeah, true. But then you not only talk, but then you help each other so much throughout the whole process.
Oh, definitely.
So even for now, this podcast is filmed by second year students, and Bas and I are third year students. So you know,
Isn't that funny?
like we help each other out a lot. Like
Yeah.
even award shows, different projects. You filmed a short film for your movie minor.
Yeah, and it was all just friends and who helped out on that. Like it's I think I really underestimated that the people, like how important friends are during this stage of your life, because you basically do everything with them. It's basically like the sitcom Friends. Because I remember when I was young, I watched it with my family, and I watched an interview about it, and they said like, yeah, it's about that time when your friends are your family. I was like, that's baloney. But it is kind of like that, you know, like like we have a moderately big friend group, and I don't always reach out to every one of them, but there's always like somebody who I can talk to about this or that, or who can help me out with this or that. Like you have a different person for everything, and that's really cool. So you want to wrap this up?
Should we?
I think we should. Thank you very much for listening. This is the first episode of, I hope, many more to come. If you have any topics you would like us to discuss or any questions, you can leave them in the comments below, and in the description. There are links to help you settle in the Netherlands, and our contact details if you want to reach out to us. And then I guess
that's it.
Yeah, see you in the next
episode.
In podcast.